when I was a kid, I used to really love reading the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Did anyone else really love that? So let's get it out here. We got a Choose Your Own Adventure for tonight. And I'm going to need your help. I want you all to really get into the head of the story. I want you all to become this character. And you guys are going to guide me through it. I'm going to bring us to choices, and then we'll take it from there. All right, everyone get in. Get in. Is everyone in?
Yeah.
All right. You wake up, sitting in a chair in a strange, dark room. There's a dry blood stain on your gender non-specific clothing. Clothing which I can't describe anymore because you're all clearly wearing different things. You don't know where you are or how you got there. The only other piece of furniture is a large bookshelf upon which sits only a single folder. Slowly, as your head begins to clear, you start to piece together the events of the previous night, just as you start to feel a throbbing on the side of your skull and a numb pain in your shoulders and wrists. You seem to remember talking to a strange man last night, but you can't remember anything after that. This thought fades as you remember you're trapped in a dark room and you need to get out. Looking around the room, you decide it's time to take action. Do you A, look at the contents of the folder on the shelf, B, try the door, or C, thrash around in panic terror? Now, who wants to look at the contents of the folder?
Yeah!
All right. Who wants to try the door? Anyone wants to try the door? And who wants to thrash around in panic terror? I think we have a clear winner on that. Letting sheer panic take hold of your mind and body, you flail about wildly, screaming and drooling. This continues for what may well be hours until you stub your toe on a chair, causing you to stop and express your discomfort in whatever way you see fit individually. You are now faced with the same choice you were faced before this manic tantrum. Do you A, look at the contents of the folder, or B, try the door, or C, continue to thrash around? For the sake of time, I'm going to suggest you pick either A or B. Do you want to look at the contents of the folder? Let's hear it. Door. Seems like we're looking in that folder. All right, I like that. All right, you stand up and walk over to the towering bookshelf, and you reach for the folder. Inside, there's a picture of you, clearly taken with a telephoto lens. Because in this story, your character knows how to tell the difference. Along with the photograph, there's a file of information that I can't explain in any more detail because it would be different for everyone. But it lists things that are important to you, or something like that. And anyway, it implies that there's been people who've been watching you and writing stuff down. Presumably you get uncomfortable about that, but I don't really want to tell you how it feels. All of a sudden, from outside the door, you hear the sound of footsteps approaching. You're probably nervous. Footsteps get louder and louder until it is apparent someone stands immediately outside that door. Do you A, grab the chair and hide next to the door, ready to survive? Call for help? Or you pull out a knife that you have in your pocket that you didn't remember until I mentioned it just now? So who wants to grab the chair and hide behind the door?
Yeah!
Who wants to call for help? B, call for help? Yeah, right? Good call, you guys. That was a trap. Or C, who wants to pull out the knife that you have in your pocket? We got some forward-thinking people here. All right. Remembering that you have a knife in your pocket, and they didn't take it for some reason when you were unconscious, whoever they are. You reach for the blade. Your nervous hands tremble as you swing the knife into kill position, and you accidentally drop it. It falls and stabs into your foot. The pain is excruciating, but that's only the beginning. You don't get it fixed up in time. The wound becomes infected. The infection grows over months and months. Doctors try in vain to contain the infection by amputating your leg, leaving you crippled and unable to continue your career as an Olympic hurdler. Even after your leg is removed, the infection continues to spread. Doctors the world over look at each other and shake their heads, not knowing what to do. Eventually, the infection reaches your heart, traveling through your bloodstream into your brain. At which point, you die a slow, agonizing death, completely alone, because all your friends and family have abandoned you. Now that's the end, but I'm going to give you guys one do-over. Let's see where we're. Oh, I'm all mixed up on this stuff. All right, here we go. So now we're not going to pull out that knife, and you didn't want to call for help, right? We all decided that was not fun. So your last option in this situation was to grab the chair and hide by the door, ready to strike. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
You quickly grab the chair, preparing to swing it with lethal force, sidling up to the wall by the door. Slowly, the knob turns, and the narrator holds his breath. You tighten your grip on the chair. As the door creaks open, you see the mystery on the other side is a beautiful person of whatever gender you find yourself attracted to. This causes you to hesitate and loosen your grip. They look at you casually, and you realize what it was, or they realize what it was that you were planning. Calmly, they say your name. Not the words your name, they call you by name. Like, if your name was George, they'd be like, hey, George, which I think is a really good name. I don't hear enough George. But anyway, so if it were me, this person would be a beautiful woman with stylishly short brown hair, and maybe like a Cramps t-shirt or something, I don't know. And she'd say Charlie. And if your name was Sarah, she'd say Sarah. So this beautiful person says your name and says, come with me. So you put down the chair and you follow him or her downstairs. Eventually you reach the ground floor, which is empty. And the beautiful person that you're following turns and looks at you. What's going on here, you ask? Nothing. None of this is real. Am I drugged or dreaming? What about the pain in my arms and head? That feels real, you say. It's only as real as you're making it. Who are you? Whoever you think I am. I'm tired of this. What's going on? Where am I, you demand? You're at a comedy show at the Yards. This is all part of the story that's being read. It's all in your mind. I don't exist. I never have. At least not in the sense that you do. And then there's a pause. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show, he or she says. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out, everyone.